Da-da-dee, da-da-da, da-da-dee, da-da-da. Hey, we're back on Lyrics and Lies with your girl Shayz on the mic and who?
Money Green.
Yeah, you know, we always waiting for one of your little raps in the middle of the segment.
Wait a minute, what you mean little raps? That's how people insult
big
people.
Raps, big raps.
You ain't even gotta say big raps.
My
You need to
bad.
say rap.
Your rap.
I'm gonna we waiting for one of your little raps.
What you mean? I should say short and sweet raps.
No, short. First of all, those are words that men don't want to hear. Little and short.
All in one sentence?
I don't mind, being called sweet here and there, because, a couple of ladies did call me Sweet Daddy back in the day.
Here we go.
Like Sweet Daddy Williams from Good Times. That's where I got that name from. Sweet Daddy Williams. So, but my rap ain't sweet, and it ain't little, and it ain't short, and it ain't minute, and it ain't tiny.
Okay, I'll make sure that I'll avoid those words when I speak about Money Green.
I'll appreciate that.
Okay. Will, like you got two different people going on here. You sure you good?
It went right over your head. Somebody out there caught what I said, and you'll catch it later.
We're going to get into Unsung with Miss Crystal Waters.
When I saw her name pop up, I said, who wants to hear about some Crystal Waters? What is... No one cares about... whatever. I'm serious. This is one of the least anticipated episodes. But it turned out to be a very good episode. Her career was bigger and took more turns artistically than I imagined it could. Because any artist can have their ups and downs, but that entire genre of music with the house music, that was pretty interesting, from Baltimore to Chicago, wherever else it goes. So you can do your thing.
And also, as other artists that has come behind her, you said better than me, the LBGQ, is that correct?
LBGTQ
community. Love her.
It's something else after Q.
Yeah, they love her. They love her music. They love her house music. They're able to, they even had one person who was dressed in drag.
House music all night long. House music all night long.
All night long.
House music all night long. House music all night long.
She did have some turns in her career. She did end up having 2 kids. She got married.
All right, we get to the... She did. So that was before her hit. That was before she broke.
That's before she broke.
All right, so
and then after she had the 2 kids with the husband, her and her husband, ultimately got a divorce. And this is when she started writing her poetry, and she got into, and like you said, it was a gypsy lady who was on the streets of DC, where she would get her hair done. Her sister had a shop in DC, and she would see this lady, pandering for money. So that's where she came up with Gypsy Lady. And that hook took off. After you heard da-da-dee, everybody know that.
Sing it. No, everyone doesn't know it.
Da-da-da-da-da-dee. Everybody knows that.
No, everyone does not.
Everybody knows when you hear that. Who is that? Crystal Waters.
That's not true.
Everybody knows that.
You're talking about
the kids,
older generations.
The older generation. I don't mean the millennials.
But our show talks to all ages.
So now, y'all know. So now millennials know.
No.
As we go through this segment.
This is what you need to do. We talk to 18-year-olds on up to 80-year-olds. You need to do the hook for the 18-year-olds who may have never heard of her.
And I just did.
No, you didn't. You just said a few notes and everybody knows it. Do the whole thing. Come on.
I don't know the whole song like that.
She wakes up every morning just to do her makeup. And her makeup. Her thing got her right.
Da-da-dee, da-da-da. Da-da-dee,
house music all night long. House music all night long.
Are you doing a remix?
Yes.
But anyway, that song right there shot up to number I think it was number 3 or 4 on the pop, and from there it was on
number 1 in the house category, or number 1 in dance.
It was on there for 14 weeks.
But probably number 1 in dance or something.
Yeah, for
but
14 weeks. It was on there for a long time.
It's a song about a panhandler.
Yeah, gypsy.
But the deepness is where there are many different parts or deep parts to it. One deep part is the song doesn't rhyme.
Yeah, it doesn't. You're right.
All right.
That's true.
Another part is the chorus is just her humming along or da da da, just playing around with sounds, no words. There's a hook with no words. Another deep part is she brought to light the underbelly or a part of the underbelly of society, which is the homeless. People often shun the homeless. So she not only gave the homeless respect. See, I'm getting deep on y'all. Not only did she give the homeless respect, but she spoke about how a person who's quote unquote downtrodden or down on her luck still does everything within her power to present herself as best in order to do her job. So that's pretty inspirational or motivational to some people if they really think about it. No matter how your clothes look, no matter how your hairstyle is, do the best you can and get on your job and handle your business. And then as things get better, then you can work out better. But wash your ass. Or this homeless woman, she just was, taking care of her face, putting her makeup on, making sure her hair was straight. And then she went out panhandling, where the average person would say, you're a panhandler, no one cares how you look. But she was like, oh yes, people do, because if I'm going to approach people, at least I have to look decent.
They're presentable.
My appearance has to be on point. So that's deep.
Yeah, that is.
You know what I'm saying? And what if she got her nails done and everything? Her nails was tore up. But just the fact that if there were a third verse, she would talk about how she washed her hands and got the gunk out of her nails, and it was tight on that point. So the song is called Gypsy Woman.
One of her songs was a spoof. Gypsy Woman was a spoof on In Living Color.
So here's what Shayz is talking about. In Living Color was the hottest show back then, at that point, late 80s, early 90s. So just as Dave Chappelle came out in the early 2000s with his, what kind of show? A variety show or multi-faceted show of skits or what have you. In Living Color would spoof things or make up their own characters and skits to make people laugh. It's 100% about laughter, extreme laughter, sometimes to the point of slapstick. So in between their skits, they did a Crystal Waters video, and they did the same thing for Prince, Michael Jackson, where they spoofed their songs. So for the Crystal Waters spoof, they had Kim Wayans acting like she was Crystal Waters in her Gypsy Woman video with the da-da-dee, da-da-da, house music all night long. But they had her spoofing Crystal Waters, but what was bad about it was in the lyrics, she was saying things like, my songs don't make sense, basically putting her down within her spoof. My songs are stupid, they don't have any meaning and all this kind of stuff. And then for the chorus, instead of saying da-da-dee, she was saying yabba-dabba-dee, yabba-dabba-doo. Just really clowning her like with the Flintstones, yabba-dabba-doo type thing.
Because it was like saying mindless things.
Right.
Out of her mouth.
So Crystal Waters was offended, and it dampened her spirit. But when she went to her record label, the record label was like, what are you talking about? This means you've made it. And it turns out that got her more sales. So I believe she said they got a boost of almost 100,000 records or even more. But to her, they were making fun of me. To the record label and anyone else, they could see that you've not only made it on the dance scene and in the pop field, but now the #1 show in the world is talking about you. They may have said something bad or funny about you or laughing at you, but it has sort of a poetic justice to it, because it got her more fans and more notoriety. People like, who is this? What kind of? I'm gonna have to check that. Oh, that's what they talking about. Oh, I like that song, and now they end up buying it. So, oftentimes when people make fun of you, it can actually help you out if it's the right platform. And in this case,
sometimes
bad press or bad or spoofed stuff about you turn out being good. The label say, look, we got to put this album together. We got to put these hits together, what have you. So she put the album together. Was there another hit on that one album? On that first album?
I think it was 100% Pure Love.
On the first album? I don't know.
That was the time when she had just got into a relationship with the boyfriend they was talking about on there, Lamont something.
Yeah, that wasn't on it. That was in the second.
That's the second album?
That was in the second album.
100%?
I think 100% was on the second album.
Which one?
So you ain't do your...
All these songs swirling in my head. I didn't...
Call her.
Call Crystal.
Call Crystal.
And see what other songs on her album.
Yeah, but just ask her, something you want to talk to her.
I can just call her up like that because we cool like that.
Yeah, but she did her thing with 100%, and I didn't know that was her. Because if you're not in that genre, because it was a lot of dance music, or it is a lot of dance music. So if you're not a big dance music fan, you will hear about it through the pop, if it ever goes pop. And that's what ended up happening to her. Her dance music was so, what you call it, when it gets into your body.
Gets into your soul?
Yeah, no, it was the other one. It was so, her music was so infectious.
Okay, we'll go with that.
What you mean we go with that? That's what I was looking for. Her music was so infectious that everybody jumped on it because it crossed over. So when your music jumps genres and you can make a dance song go pop, then you're on to something. Because there weren't many songs doing that, so whenever it did happen, it was a big deal. We talking to you.
And I'm listening to what you're saying.
No, we want you to say something. What you mean? You listen to what I'm saying.
I'm checking out something. I'm talking to our people. We don't have too many people in here trying to get some information.
We don't have any of our whole staff has left us.
So, and I'll say something, her voice is unique too. She has a unique voice.
Okay, before we get to that voice, how does 100% go? You know what? I'm about getting sick of you. This is your time to shine.
You can say what you want.
No, this is your time.
I like Crystal Waters, but I don't know her songs like that. I know
the chorus.
The name of the song.
You know the chorus. This is your time to shine.
No,
you know the 100% chorus. You know what? Everybody, she has the microphone. She has a spotlight. We have the windows here. The sun is shining perfectly on her, and she's not taking the opportunity to sing. Now I can't do it because the sun is on the back of my head, so it doesn't really count.
Did he say that?
But I've been coming back again. I'm gonna be there till the end, 100%. Pure love and I'm about to say this daggone Shayz is just.
Shayz knows the name of the song, but I don't always know the words to the song.
You could have hummed it.
Like that song, I don't know the words to.
You could have hummed it. What else she have? Any more hits?
She had a couple of hits, but 100% was like one of her big ones too, because they even did a club mix on that song.
So did a whole bunch of mixes.
Yeah, they did a whole bunch of mix on that 100%. Pure Love.
Oh, the first album was Making Happen.
So she had a few good songs out, and some of them hit different genres because she even had a jazz kind of feel song.
Yeah, she had a jazz album
called In the Ghetto.
Okay, and
that was pretty good. It didn't hit the top. It was like the top
you said jazz.
11, but it was like a jazz, but it didn't go over.
When she hit pop,
as good as 100% and the Gypsy Lady.
She hit the dance.
Gypsy Woman. Sorry, Kurt. Let me correct that.
She went number one with Gypsy Woman. She went number one with Making Happy. She went number one with 100% Pure Love. She went number one with What I Need.
What I Need. I like that song too.
And Relax, Come On Down, and My Time. So she is one of these women that is arguably the queen of dance music, the way she puts that together. Now, somebody out there is a dance music enthusiast, and they'll correct me on that. So if I'm wrong, y'all hit me up in the comments and say, Money Green, you're wrong on that one. She's not the queen. She can be the princess. This or the princess or whatever, or she can be the auntie, but there's someone above her. I don't think there is, but if there is, y'all let me know. And then she had the 2 kids. She was on the road a lot. The kids missed their mother, and they wanted to know why mommy can't be here. And that's common in these shows, but she was getting paid so much money. She was over in Europe, she was in Japan.
Oh yeah, she was everywhere.
So she was making a killing, and sometimes she could take her kids, sometimes she couldn't, and push them kids off on the grandmother. But she was making money, she was buying, she bought a house, and the kids are still taken care of. They look very bright to young ladies that look real smart and cool and well-mannered. Look like someone you would enjoy meeting. If I had a daughter, I would allow her to date Lloyd, the singer, because he's so cool to me. And if I had a son, I would say, you need to find a girl like Crystal Waters' daughters. Matter of fact, Crystal Waters' daughters don't live too far from here. Go hook up with them. So she did her thing, but it turns for the worse, because many times in the careers we see on Unsung, and as well as the ones we don't see on Unsung, the tides turn, and you were saying rap music came in, or her pop song, her dance music didn't go pop like it did early in her career.
No, late, yeah.
And the money went down and the sales went down. Because if you're a dance artist and you're selling to the dance community, there aren't that many people when you compare it to the pop crowd. So it's in comparison to that. Pop means the entire country, popular music. So when those sales went down, the record label dropped her, and that hurt her feelings. And it made sense for her to jump in to the club scene or back with the dance crowd.
Right.
And that's when she realized that she had extra love from that community, and she could sustain her career and her lifestyle with that community. And she also bathed in the gay community.
Yeah.
So
they loved her.
They loved her.
They embraced her.
So if you think the gay people love Patti LaBelle, and that's normally just the men that love Patti LaBelle, the gay men. But the gay men and women love Crystal Waters, because Patti LaBelle ain't out here putting out dance music.
It's a couple of people they really like. But she also started doing new music, but she just does her new music with DJs.
I liked how she had Dennis Rodman in that video, and she was bold enough and is bold enough to take chances. And just to display her art. That second album, see,
because she wasn't really sure about that one at first, until she got
the second album.
No,
the third. With Dennis.
With Dennis.
With Dennis, and she said he came there and he fit right in, and they had a great time. The song she did with Dennis Rodman is called "Just a Freak," and I think it's around the time Medina Howard was freaking too. So
not sure about that.
Yeah, her third album. So it was a whole bunch of freaky stuff going on. So, anything else you want to share about?
I think that's all I have on Miss Crystal Waters.
Yeah, she had a deep relationship with her. Did she ever get married? Yeah, she got married to the second guy. Cause she had the kids before she met
the second guy, but they did not get married. They just had a long relationship.
So she had a long, deep relationship
with Lamont.
What's his name?
Lamont.
With Lamont. And really nice pictures, and he really held her down and inspired a lot of her music. The interesting thing is, when she went away a lot, they grew apart. Mm-hmm. But they seem to be so perfect for each other. So there's more that's not being shared. I think Lamont was, I don't know, Lamont.
But they still friends for him to even be on Unsung.
They don't have to be friends. They don't have to be friends.
Not really.
We saw.
They have seen some people on there that's not for. Let's not go back on one.
Lloyd.
I think Lloyd. I swear I was going to go with that.
Irv Gotti.
Right.
Aren't on the best
of terms.
That's right.
I think I think that they are friends because I think he respects her as an artist, because he didn't really talk about how he admired her and her music. So he did speak on that. So I think you never know what may happen later.
Well, he need to jump on. He need to jump on that. But Making Happy was her singing or writing and singing about having sex with him. So when someone writes a song about having sex with you and it becomes a hit, that's deep. And no woman I've ever been with has written a song about making love to me. And I'm kind of offended. I'm serious. As soon as we finish recording today, as soon as the episode ends, I'm going to make some phone calls and some texts, and I'm going to say that, call like all my exes. Did you ever write anything about me? Did you do any poetry? Did you sing? Did you just do something about all this good love I gave to you?
Well, can it work the other way too? Have you done a poem or a song about the good loving that they gave to you?
Hell yeah. But that's in the book titled Making Love in the Rain. It's going to be re-released soon with a nice vibrant color with shades of blue, shades of orange. But it'll be out soon.
See how he used Shayz? That's my name.
I said shades with a
You
D.
ain't said it at first.
Shades. I'm going to mess around and the book's going to show up in the mail. It's going to be Shayz, Shadez. I'm like, hey, there ain't supposed to be no Z on his ass. This ain't Shayz. Who intercepted this? Nevertheless, that is it for another episode of Lyrics and Lies. Our girl Crystal Waters put it down on Unsung. Much respect to her. I slept on her and didn't realize that those songs were hers, and that's, you know.
Now you won't.
And I'm a big music person like you are, but 3 of these hits, I said to myself, oh my goodness, she did those too. I stand corrected. I feel foolish for
what song you didn't know she did 100%?
100% of Making Happy. I just know the songs.
Oh yeah, I knew those were her.
Yeah, you did. That's what I said. You were on your job. Okay. You were on your job. I wasn't on mine. So this is one of those special occasions where the person singing actually came up with the entire concept. They wrote it themselves. Oftentimes there are other writers that we never get to see or hear about. Sometimes the writer will pop up in the episode. But in this case, she was in the trenches doing everything herself. And even her mother said when she was little, she was writing about deep worldly topics, and and as a middle schooler, elementary schooler, and the mother was saying, what in the world, where are you getting this stuff from? So it's nice that she could back up everything. Everything was done in-house. All she needed was someone to probably help with much of the music, because even later, like now, she does her own music a lot, or she at least sets things up for the producers to come in, which lets you know that she's doing some of their production.
Right. But anyway, what I need everybody to do is to check out Unsung for yourselves. And if you have anything you want to tell us about the ones that we have gone over, please comment. We welcome all comments.
I can name some more.
Lyrics and Lies.
Well, we're going to go out a little different on this episode. But I'm going to need you to, on the count of 3, hit that chorus. 1, 2, 3, hit it. House music all night long. 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 House music all night long.